right, for this evening's class, let's grab one weight or kettlebell that you can load your legs with. We'll hold it into the chest and we're going to take our feet into a little bit of a turnout position and start with some warm-up squats. All right, so taking that weight, try to relax the shoulders as much as possible. And those feet are slightly turned out. And if you don't like this position once you get going, you can change the feet back to the toes forward. All right, let's warm it up and take those knees, bend them, bring the hips down, and then push up through your heels, tighten the inner thighs, glutes, and quads here. Inhale down, exhale up. As your body warms up a little bit and those knees, ankles, hips, maybe open up and cooperate a little bit. See if you can get a little deeper. There's 4. First set, we're going for 15. 5, just progressively getting a little bit deeper as our reps go on. 6, tighten up those abs. 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Let's set this weight down for the moment. Our next exercise, we're going to do a hip extension where we have our right foot forward, our left leg back. We're on the ball of this foot. The knee and the toe are going to face straight ahead of you. And you're going to lift this leg and really squeeze the glute here, balancing and stabilizing on your right leg for a moment and coming down with the arms. Side, front, side, and down. So it'll be a slow hold, in, out, and down. 12 reps total. If you would like an ankle weight to load that glute a little more, go ahead and place it on your left ankle. And then choose 2 weights that will challenge those deltoids a little bit. So we have that right foot forward, toes straight. And you're on the ball of your left foot. We're going to try to keep the hips and shoulders nice and square. Lengthen your spine, draw in the abs. Here we go. Try lifting that left leg up. Squeeze that glute. Arms are side, front, side. Come down slow. That's 1. Same leg. Lift, in, out, 2. So we're thinking about those glutes, core, and shoulders. 3. And of course, balance and stability on that right side. 4. And lift, hold. 5. And up. Together, apart. 6. Up, in, out. 7. And lift, in, out. 8. Nice rhythmic breaths. 9. 10. 2 more here. 11. And up, in, out, down. 12. Good job. Okay, let's set these down for a moment. We're going to go back to our turnout squat with our dumbbell. A little bit different pattern this time. Okay, take a breath here and then bring the weight into the chest area. Get the feet in position. Now just follow my pattern here. All right, nice tight core, lengthened spine. Let's take it down into our squat position. Hold it here just a second. Rock your hip over to the left side. Come back to your center position. Evenly push up. Same side. Go down. Keep both heels down, especially that left one as you rock. You're not going to go too far. Even up here and stand up. There's 2. Tighten up the glutes, tighten up the core. Keep your head and chest up a bit. There's 3. Let's go for 12. And down, over to the left a bit, back to the center, up 4. Just a little movement. I don't want you crunching your knees here. And side, center, 5. And down, little rock, center, 6. Down, side, center, 7. Down, side, center, 8. Bend, rock, center, 9. 3 more here. Down, over, center, 10. And bend, rock, center, 11. And down, rock, center, up, 12. All right, nice job. Let's set this down. All right, we're going to hit that second set of hip abduction with our shoulder work. Grab some water anytime you'd like. Okay, this time we have that left foot forward a bit, toe straight, right leg behind you, knee and toe facing forward. Lengthen your spine, hips, shoulders square. Good posture here. Let's try this side here. So take that right foot off the floor, squeeze that right glute, balance. In front, side, take it down slow. And lift together, apart, down, 2. And up, in, out, 3. Lift, in, out, 4. As you lift that right leg, really squeeze that right glute. 5. Draw in the abs. 6. And up, together, apart, 7. Up, in, out, 8. Lift, together, 9. 10. Last 2 here. Side, front, side, 11. And side, front, side, down, 12. Very good. Okay, done with this one. Set those weights down. And then we have one more set of that squat exercise where we shift our body weight a little bit over to the right side now. So grab your dumbbell again. And let's place it into the chest area. Separate those feet. Turn them out a little bit. And let's hit that squat. Take it down. I'll keep those heels nice and pressed into the floor. Rock a little bit over to that right side. Bring it back to the center, nice and even here as you press back up. There's 1. Take it down. Shift the weight, but center it up here and press it up. There's 2. Intentionally squeezing the glutes, tightening the core. Center, 3. Nice rhythmic breaths. There's 4. And down, rock, center, 5. And down, shift, center, 6. And down, 7. Down, shift, center, 8. Bend, over, center, 9. down, over, center, up. 10, last 2, and down, center. 11, and bend, shift, center, up. 12, good job. All right, let's set this weight down. And grab some more water if you'd like. Now we're going to take it to the floor for some exercises. Tonight, if you would like to use your long beach towel, either folding it up into kind of a, I don't know, maybe a 6-ish inch rectangle, long strip. As we lie our spine on that little strip, your body will be slightly elevated. And the exercises that we do are going to create an intentional instability of the core, which makes the core muscles work harder while we do these exercises. So that's an option if you would like to challenge the muscles a little bit more. Now, that's not necessary to have, but with that added potential challenge of using your core muscles, let's also grab a small resistance ball, okay? 2 weights for single arm chest flies, okay? And that's all we're going to need for now. So we're going to be shifting around a little bit, but we're going to start with the ball and 2 weights for dumbbells. And let's see, if you would like a neck support, grab that as well. Once you have that little bit of equipment, I'll have you lie on your back with both knees bent. And first we're going to grab the ball. So if you do have your folded towel, just get your whole spine lined up as evenly as possible on that towel, right from your lower back area, tailbone area, right up to between your shoulder blades here. Okay. Now let's take our feet and knees together and place the ball on your thighs, and then take the heels of your hands on the ball. We're going to push into the ball, activating the abdominal muscles here. But you do need to be in that pelvic tilt to enhance that contraction. And I want you to make sure the ball is down on your hips so that your shoulders aren't crunching up in order for you to push into the ball. So the shoulders stay down, pelvic tilt, draw in your lower abs. Think about potentially pulling your ribs together a little bit. All right, take the heels of both hands, push as hard as you can into the ball as you exhale. This should activate the glutes, activate those abdominal muscles, and then release a bit. Push and exhale, and release. Now, as you release, try not to arch your back. We're staying in the pelvic tilt even as we release the pressure from the ball. Exhale, push. Inhale, release. Let's go for 15. Push, hold a second right there, and release. As you hold it for that second, you really think about activating as many abdominal fibers as possible. Release. And push. There's 7. This exercise really gives you a chance to focus on those lower, deeper abdominal muscles. Even the pelvic floor muscles. You could do a little Kegel right here if you want to try to activate those pelvic floor muscles as well. And push and release. Let's try 5 more. And press, tighten up, and release. 1. It's a simple looking exercise, but can be very effective. There's 2. And press, release. 3. And press, release. 4. And 1 more. Press and release. 5. Okay. Keep that ball handy, but let's set it aside. Our next exercise, we're going to do our single arm chest flies twice on each side. I'm going to give you the option to do a super challenging position your second set. But if you want to do that super challenging position for both sets, you'll take both feet off the floor for all of your sets. Okay, I'm going to start with the modified, excuse me, where we're going to take just the left foot off the floor and take the weight in your left hand and then bring that left arm up to the ceiling. Now, if you'd like, you can put the weight in your right hand and then bring that right arm out to the side, and that weight on your hand will help you stabilize. Okay, so we're pelvic tilting here, and if you're on your towel, this is going to be very challenging. You want to feel your spine pushing into the towel. Tighten up the core here. Slowly take that left arm out to the side. You might only get halfway down. Find a position where you do not shift your spine or hips. Bring that arm back up toward the ceiling. Warm it up. Start with a easy medium range of motion. There's 2. And as you get used to the braced position, you can maybe get that arm a little lower. There's 3. Down to the side, lift up, 4. So you're making sure that the right side of your body stays very much intact to the floor or your towel. 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. If you are elevated from the floor, don't worry about touching your arm to the floor. That might be very, very difficult. So you're just taking it to the range where you're feeling those obliques kick in and pull it back up. And down. There's 8. Now we're trying for 20. If it's too many, you just stop your set short. There's 9. Nice and controlled. Inhale. Exhale, 10. And down. Lift. 1. And down. There's 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Inhale, exhale, 8. Stretch, brace, contract, 9. And 1 more here. Down and up, 10. All right, let's take that left foot down. Carefully bend your left arm and set that weight down. And from here, let's take a moment to stretch overhead. So both arms are going to first reach up toward the ceiling and then stretch overhead. Again, if you're elevated off the floor, just lengthen through that upper body and don't worry about touching your arms to the floor. Just find a feel-good position where you can lengthen through your upper back shoulders and take a nice deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. All right, let's bring those arms down and grab your resistance ball again. Okay, we're going to try a second set of the ball presses. If you liked the first set, you are welcome to repeat what we did the first time around. Or if you would like to try a different challenge. Your feet are off the floor, your knees are over the hips, the thighs are together, so the ball goes on the thighs, not between your knees, and then your forearms go on the ball. Okay, and we squeeze the ball with both the thighs and the forearms. So you squish the ball and then release. Okay, let's give it a try. Either way, your shoulders are down and relaxed, and you're in that pelvic tilt. All right, here we go. Push into the ball. If your feet are up, push those thighs into the ball as well. Tighten those abdominal muscles and release just a little bit. Press in, exhale. Inhale as you release. Okay, again, as you release the tension in the ball just for that little second, make sure you do not arch your back. There's 3. Draw in those lower, deeper abdominal muscles. And again, you can activate the pelvic floor as well. 4. And push. Release. 5. And exhale. Inhale, 6. Think about those stomach muscles. 7. And push. 8. Press. 9. Going for 15 here. Press. 10. And breathe. 1. 2. Press. 3. 4. And last one here. There is 5. All right, good job. Let's set those feet down again, and you can set your ball aside. Now let's straighten both legs. Point the toes here. Straighten the knees as much as possible. Lengthen through the front of your hips and the front of your ankles. And just take a moment to lengthen and breathe here. Now again, let's take those arms up toward the ceiling and stretch overhead once more. And take a nice breath. Just lengthening through your upper back, shoulders, hip flexors, and ankles. All right, let's bend those knees and bring the arms down. Let's hit the right-sided single arm fly. Okay, and again, for this first set, if you would like to use the modified version, just take that right foot off the floor. Okay, you can also place that left dumbbell in your hand and extend your arm out to the side here. All right, we've got our right arm up. Now get the hips and shoulders square, pelvic tilt, feel the spine pressing into your towel or floor, and keep those hips nice and stable as you open up that right arm to the right side. Start gentle and then pull it back up. Okay, the idea is not to let those hips shift side to side, nor arch your back. There's 2. So it's not really just the hips, it's the shoulder blade also. You want to keep that left shoulder blade down, left hip, and up, and pelvic tilt. There's 4. Maybe as things warm up, you can get that arm a little closer to the floor. 5. If you can get that arm all the way to the floor and it's not very challenging, you need a heavier weight. There's 6. Focusing mostly on your obliques, especially the right side. 7. And inhale. Exhale. 8. 9. Stretch, contract. 10. Brace, pelvic tilt. 1. And down, up. 2. 3. And down, lift. 4. 5. 6. 7. And stretch, contract. 8. Down, up. 9. And one more. There is 10. All right, bring that foot down and carefully bring your weight down. All right, shake things out a little bit here. Excuse me. All right, let's grab our resistance ball again. All right, this time, let's take our left foot off the floor and place the ball on your left thigh. And then take your left hand onto the ball. Okay, let's get those hips square. Pelvic tilt and brace here. Shoulders are relaxed and your right arm is up toward the ceiling. Even though your right arm is up toward the ceiling, that right shoulder blade sinks down into the floor or your towel. All right, let's push the hand and the left thigh into the ball at the same time. So press both in together Tighten up those abdominal muscles and release. Press in and release. Exhale as you push. Feel those lower abdominal muscles engage and release. Push and release and push and release. Now this time as you press, take your right arm over your head. Stay in that brace position. So right arm over, push into the ball on the left side, the thigh and the hand. Release and bring that arm up. There's one. And extend that arm, push, bring it up. 2, and press, lengthen, up. 3, press, there's 4, and push, there's 5. Now, try taking your right foot off the floor, but that leg doesn't do anything except hang out. It makes it much more difficult to brace here. So continue bracing and push into the left side and extend that right arm. Bring it back up. You got 5 here. Right now, that right leg is just hanging out. Push on the left side, bring that arm down and back up. 2, and brace, push. There's 3. So the thigh and the hand go into the ball at the same time. There's 4 and 1 more. Push it in. And 5. All right, bring that all down. Just rock a little bit side to side here with your legs. And take a couple breaths. We're going to do that exercise on the right side before we go to our next exercise. All right, so we have our feet together and then we've got the right foot off the floor, the ball on the right thigh, the right hand on the ball. Left arm is up toward the ceiling, pelvic tilt brace. Push hard into the ball with the thigh and the hand. Tighten those core muscles, abdominals as much as possible and release the pressure on the ball. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you release. We got 5 like this. And push. Stay nice and square and stable. 3, 4, and 5. Now take that left arm over your head as you push into the ball as hard as you can, but stay braced and pull it back up. There's 1. And push, extend. There's 2. And push. 3. Push. 4. And push. 5. This time take your left foot up. Left leg does nothing. Continue pushing in on the right side, extending that left arm and extending. Stay braced. That's the toughest part. Press and release. 2, 3, and press. 4. Last one. Press. There is 5 and bring it all down. All right, straighten those legs again. Just lengthen through those hip flexors. Wiggle your legs a little bit. All right, we're going to hit our second set of single arm flies. But what we'll do this time is take both arms up and we're going to alternate one arm at a time. We'll have our resistance ball between our knees with both feet up. And as we bring our arm up, we squeeze that ball as hard as we can. You release the ball a little bit as you take the other arm down, and then you squeeze as you bring the arms up. All right, if that is too challenging in the sense that you can't keep good form, then go back to that single leg position. If you're wobbling too much and you can't maintain stability, chances are you're not hitting the right muscle groups anyway. So you're better off modifying so that you're hitting the right muscle groups. All right, so let's grab one weight in each hand, ball between your knees. And even if you don't do both legs up, you can do both legs on the floor and squeeze, but you'll get more core work with one leg up. All right, so feet are up, arms are up. All right, you got to really stabilize, especially if you're on that towel. It's very difficult now with both feet up. Pelvic tilt brace, draw in those lower abs. Let's start with that left arm. Take it down. It might not get very far. Ooh, not me. Squeeze as you pull it back up. Switch sides. Take that right arm down. Ooh, and squeeze on your way up. And switch. And squeeze. And switch. Ooh, this is not working for me. There's 4. And down. Up. 5. And down. Up. 6. Down. Up. 7. And down. Up. 8. Down. Up. 9. And down. 10 more. If you're doing one leg like I am, switch legs. And left arm goes down and bring it up. And right arm goes down and bring it up. There's 2. And down. 3. Down. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And last one. There is 10. All right, good job. Bring both feet down and bring those weights down. Oh, haven't done that one in a while. Certainly not on that elevated position. All right. Now we're coming back up to the standing position next. So you can carefully come on up and you can get rid of your towel roll for now. Actually, for the rest of class, we're not going to use it again. And then we're going to grab 2 weights for bicep curls here. We'll also do a bent knee leg extension with that bicep curl. So if you would like to grab an ankle weight, grab that as well. And I'll have you place it on your left ankle first. All right. Once you're set, let's stand up here. And we will turn those hands into the open hand position, balancing and stabilizing on your right foot. And we're going to lift that left side. So good posture. Lift your left knee and curl up here. Straighten that left leg, straighten your arms. Bend and curl again and take it down. Same leg, there's 1. We've got 10 rounds here. So curl, lift, and straighten, and curl, down, 2. And up, straighten, curl, 3. And lift, out, bend, 4. And up, out, bend, 5. And nice rhythmic breaths. Tighten the core. Tighten that right glute. And was that 7? I think it was 8. Out, bend, 9, and 1 more here. Curl, straighten, bend, down 10. All right, let's set these down. Whew. Shake things out, take a couple breaths, and then we'll hit that second set. If you are using the ankle weight, go ahead and switch it over to your right ankle. All right, let's grab our dumbbells. And let's set up here. Balancing and stabilizing on that left foot. Good posture here. All right, let's lift the right knee as you curl. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Bend again and take it down. And squeeze those biceps. Squeeze that quad. Biceps again. Down, 2. And lift. Straighten. Bend. 3. And up. Out. Bend. 4. And curl, balance. Straighten. Bend. 5. Driving through that left heel. Using that left glute. Out. Bend. 6. And lift. Straighten. Bend. 7. And up. Out. Bend. 8. Breathe. Out. Bend. 9. And last one. Up. Out. And bend. Down. 10. Very good. Done with this one. Okay. Whew. Let's set that aside and take a little breath here. All right, we're going to hit a lateral lunge with some oblique work. So we'll need the lighter, maybe medium dumbbells. So we'll go down, take it up here, down, take it up here. We're certainly going to work our glute, our inner thigh, our core, but we'll hit a little bit more obliques by crossing over and pulling up on that diagonal. All right, I will have you grab those weights. And let's get into a nice straddle position here. Do warm up your inner thigh, or should say, do warm up your whole lunge here so that you warm up the inner thigh and not pull a groin muscle. All right, hips and shoulders square, stomach tight here. Let's bend that right knee and sit back a little bit on that right glute. Start gentle here. Straight arms down, chin and chest up, straight elbows out in front of your shoulders, working those abs. Take it down and lift it up here. There's 2. Okay, as things warm up, see if you can sit back a little deeper on that right glute. There's 3. And down, lift, 4. And down, up, 5. Let's go for 15. Stretch the inner thigh, contract up, 6. Push up through that right heel, contract those glutes. 7. Draw in that belly button area, tighten up those obliques. 8. And down, up, 9. Lunge, lift, 10. And down, up, 11. Inhale, exhale, 12, 13, 14, last one, and 15. All right, good job. Carefully set these down. Move around, wiggle out, breathe. And then we'll hit that second set. Lunging to the left. All right, let's grab those weights again. And let's hit that straddle position. Okay, warm up this side. Good posture here. Let's bend that left knee. Sit back a bit, lengthen through that right inner thigh. Push through that left heel, straight arms up in front of your shoulders, draw in those abs. Sit it back, stretch it out, tighten, and pull it up. Inhale down, exhale up here. There's 3. And down, lift. 4. Inhale, exhale. 5. 6. 7. 8. Thinking about that left glute, right inner thigh, and core. 9. 10. 5 more. 1. 2. 3. 4. And last one here. There is 5. All right, very good. Okay, let's set these weights down. And we're going to take it back to the floor for a little bit of, I'll call it range of motion in the hips and inner thighs, and a little bit of stretching. Okay, so you'll need your mat again, neck support if you would like. And we'll start on our back. All right, once you are down on the floor, both knees are bent, and let your head, neck, shoulders, spine, and hips just comfortably sink down into the floor here. All right, now let's take our left leg straight down onto the floor. Throughout this whole movement pattern, we're going to try to keep our hips square and our shoulder blades down. Pelvic tilt a little bit here. With a straight-ish knee, lift that leg up. Get a little bit of hamstring stretch here. Flex your foot enough to get a little bit of a calf stretch here. Now really keep your right side down as much as possible. Take that leg out to the left side until you feel a nice stretch in the inner thigh area here. Now bring that leg out to the side but down in front of you. Back to our start position. So bring it back up. Get that hamstring calf stretch here. Out to the side. Getting that inner thigh stretch, and circle it around to the front. Okay, now let's just smooth that out. So a nice smooth half circle out and in front. There's 3. Let's do 8. Up, out to the side, swing it around. 4. And up, out to the side, swing it around. 5. Stabilizing on that right side, around 6, and out, swing it around, 7, and 1 more, out, and around, 8. All right, bend your left knee. Now straighten your right leg. We're not doing this on the right side yet. We're doing a different exercise. So this time, take that left leg back up toward the ceiling. And you're again getting that hamstring and calf stretch. And now I'm going to have you roll onto your right side a little bit and bring that left leg over to the right. Okay, we're looking for a little stretch here through the lateral part of the left side of your body. Bring it up, stabilize on your right side, open that leg to the left. Now, often we do this movement in some of our relaxation stretch classes. Bring it up. But we have our yoga strap, so we're using assistance. This exercise without the yoga strap, it's still a good range of motion, stretch-like exercise, but
the muscles are much more actively involved. And bring it up. Take it over to the left. You're kind of smoothing this out now. And bringing it up and taking it right out to the left. And bringing it up. Let's do 4 more here. Over to the right. Keep that left shoulder down. And bring it up. Out to the left. Keep that right shoulder down. And bring it up. There's 1. And over to the right. And up and over to the left. 2. And up and over. Up and out. 3. And 1 more time. Up and over. And up and out. And bring it up and then bend that knee. All right, bend both knees again. Take a couple breaths here. All right, let's do those 2 movement patterns on the right side. So let's take that right leg up first. And you're bringing it forward enough to get that hamstring calf stretch here. All right, arms are down, shoulders are down, and open up to that right side. And then bring that leg around to the front here and bring it back up toward the ceiling. Take it out to the right. Bring it around in front and bring it up. There's 2. And out and around and up. 3. And out, around. 4. And breathe. 5. And side, around. Up. 6. 2 more here. And side, around. Up. 7. And side, around. Up. 8. All right, bend that knee. Take a breath. And now let's straighten the left leg. And take that right leg back up toward the ceiling. Roll a little bit onto that left side now. And bring that right leg over a bit until you feel a nice stretch through the right side of your body. Trying to keep that right shoulder down. Bring the leg back up. Feel that hamstring and calf right here. And then open it right out to the right side. Keeping your left side down. And bring it up. And over to the left. And bring it up. And out to the right. And up. And out to the left. And up. And out to the right. There is 3. Now taking this leg just to the range of motion that feels good. And up. And out. There's 4. Over to the left. And up. Out to the right. 5. 3 more. And left. And up. And right. There's 6. Over. And up. And out. 7, last one. And over. And up. And out. Up. 8. Very good. Go ahead and bend that right knee as well as the left. Okay. Now here, let's cross our right ankle onto the left thigh. And let's take that left hand and pull that right knee over to the left side. Get a little glute stretch here. You can hang out in level 1 if you'd like, but if you'd like a deeper stretch, hit level 2
and or level 3. Just spend time in whichever level works best for you. Maybe tilt a little bit, maybe rock a little bit. Fiddle with that position. Take a couple breaths as you hold it. As you hold the position, even if you're rocking, that's okay. All right, let's release there. Both feet down on the floor. And let's try that on the left side. Cross that left ankle onto your right thigh. And you can start with level 1 if you'd like. Use that right hand to pull that left thigh over to the right side. Maybe rock. And then, of course, if you want a deeper stretch, hit level 2 or level 3 at any time. Fiddle with that position. Find what feels good today. Shoulders relax. Maybe tilt. Maybe rock. All right. From here, hug both thighs deep into your chest. Let your head, neck, shoulders, spine all sink down into the floor. And maybe rock a little bit side to side here as if you're giving your low back a little massage. And take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out your mouth. All right, awesome job. When you are ready, carefully roll onto your side and press yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll look forward to seeing you during the week. Take care.